Yo, it's Kevin Trades. This is my weekly recap and outlook for DAX, the German index. So let's just get straight into it. As you can see, this is the weekly candle. We have a doji candle this week. We open at 24,324.5 and close at 24,371.6. Go into the daily. We had a bearish, bullish, bullish, bearish, and then doji candle. Draws got hit, two draws and buys below the level, which were nice. First things first, got to check the news. Not a lot of news this week once again, but of course we have this man yapping the entire week. No news on Monday, Wednesday or Thursday. On Friday we had French bank holiday, NFP as well, and then Tuesday job openings 3 p.m. so we can get into that. So yeah, pretty decent week. Compared to other pairs, we didn't really move that much. We touched this gap finally, and then we kind of sold off, which is interesting. Yeah, it should be interesting what happens next, which is what I'm kind of looking forward to. Should be really interesting because we are in the middle of a range, and we kind of closed in the middle. But yeah, let's get into it. So Monday session, pretty sure we gapped up or down. We'll have a look. This was Thursday, Monday. Yeah, we didn't have a Friday, so we did gap up indeed and sweep out this high and this high, I believe. Nope. Did we? No. Close enough, but we kind of created equalize here, which is nice because this was a good draw, which got smoked out anyways. So we have created equal highs. Accumulated hella London session. I think we didn't even move. We started moving around 11, which is the new forward open. We kind of closed doji here after creating equal highs, bullish candle, and yeah, London was pretty bad on Monday. As you can see, did absolutely nothing, swept out these highs, created equals highs here, and then we just dumped at 11, like I said. This is probably some random news. Um, Me personally, I have no idea what it was. I can't remember. It's not on Forex Factory, so we do not really care, to be honest. But it's a new folio open. New folio open, taps order block, big fair value up, taps order block, and then sells off. Comes for this low, which is like kind of oversold, anyways. And I do want to mention actually, low of the week, low of the week this week. If you view this as a Wyckoff, especially like from here, oversold swing, automatic rally, test, test, test. That's the selling climax. This is the purge, which is manipulates into this gap. You come down for a trend to origin before finally coming to take this oversold swing. So low of the week is just a return to origin from this selling climax. I'm pretty sure we just bomb tick. Tap into this, tap into this. Nothing on the 4-hourly. It is just the return to origin. But in the hourly, we have hourly inverse unmitigated tapped into fair value gap unmitigated tapped into which lines up with the RTO. Boom, boom. And then yeah, so that was pretty much Monday. I mean, I haven't looked at New York session. Let's have a look what New York session did. Again, it just looks like continuation sells down. New York session opens. EQ. Boom. No top wicks. No top wicks. A lot of not top wicks, but it's fine because we come to take it anyways. But yep. And this is 4 o'clock. 5 minute failure. Yep, just gets respected and then down to this overbought swing. Touches the RTO, that's low of the week, and then from the RTO, the 1,000 pip point move up to the gap, which is nice. I think original TP would be here. That is Wyckoff complete, and you can kind of see it if you just look at it like this. Oversold, AR, ST, 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 purge, RTO, straight up to here. There is the Wyckoff. Hopefully you can see that. So yeah, that was nice. Apart from that though, that was Monday. So I know the timing is really bad. But I guess no Wyckoff really care with the timing. 5 p.m. on a Monday is the other week. Tuesday opens here. Oh no, it doesn't open here. It opens here. We accumulate. We had this dodgy wick, which gets taken at 2:30, low the day, and then not only did we take out that dodgy wick, we also swept out like triple lows, and then I think it's like OTE plus triple lows getting swept. 76, same thing, and then pumps all the way to, like I said, the Joes. But you could have called this London session not realistically at 8 a.m. because 8 a.m. doesn't really do much. I think we have a 5 minute again respected. We don't have a 5 minute again respected. Around 7:30 we have an OTE off of this door, as you can see here. So 7:30 OTE does hold. 8 o'clock opens. There is a 5 minute bullish belly up at 8:25. You can see that here. Um, mm, Apart from that, we don't have any equilibriums except for 9. Right here, 9 o'clock open. Equilibrium from a 5 minute low, which tapped a fair value up, and then this fair value up gets respected. This is straight continuation model. Boom. Let's see you enter on this high. SL below the 5. It's just went below this 5. This is a medium size stop loss. TP1, TP2. It's good trade. So yeah, that was Tuesday London session. I think again same thing at New York, which is here. Yep, 3 p.m. New York session. Low the 4 hour is literally 3:15, and it is literally just OTE. Beautiful OTE. It's probably like a 15-minute inverse. Yes, it is. Bomba halas. There we go. Perfectly respecting that 15 minutes plus OTE, and then that's straight to Joe's. Wednesday, 1 hour bullish belly up in London session. This okay. So Wednesday, this just eaten up this entire clean range. Now I will explain why it's a clean range, because if you go to the daily, from here to here, it's 2 daily candles. Half of it's already gone. So when price gets back into this range here, into the middle, it just eats it up. And you can see that here. So as soon as price breaks out this high, clean range from here to here, it's clean, and then from here to here, it's clean. So hence, it just gets eaten up straight to the gap, and that's high of the week on Wednesday. So we can talk about this. Second Joe getting hit. Again, we have a pretty similar thing to Tuesday, where here we have opportunity at 8:35. I think it was 8:30, perfect timing, like 8, boom. And once again, it's just a equilibrium. And this time we did fill in the fair value gap, tapped it, 8:30, bomb ticked to EQ, plus 5 minute fairly upheld. You'd probably enter after it holds, or even as it's holding, or even 8:30, 8:35. And then stop loss below the low, even below this 5 minute, or below this hourly, because you think hourly is, and either way, from this row to this row, it's like 500, 400 points, 400, I'd say. And then, yeah, so yeah, TP would get hit. Higher the day gets spaced in at 12:05, and that is higher the week. And the rest of the day, we just accumulate, or should I say consolidate? No, accumulate, consolidation. After this consolidation, we sell off. And that is on Thursday. Thursday 8 a.m. holds us high of the day. I do want to say like this is like a Wyckoff, but it depends how you want to view it. It definitely is a Wyckoff schematic, because in my eyes, all it is these triple highs get smoked out, and then 5 minute failure pulls at 9 o'clock, and we just dump. And the 15, there isn't much, I'm pretty sure. There we go, this 15 minute failure up, yeah. Just that 15 minute failure up at 9:15. And then not only that, we have one more at 1:45. And then New York session opens, dumps. Only much other opportunity apart from that, but yeah, left behind a bunch of gaps here. So yeah, cool, cool enough. Came down for this gap, which was Tuesday close. Yep. So if you caught this sell, initial TP, fine. You know, even if it's a rebalance, it's still a good trade because big move up, rebalance down, which is valid. But yeah, it's Thursday. Again, it completely smoked out the whole Wednesday candle. And not only that, we did rebalance this week. Close enough. As we tapped, as we took out these highs, took out the highs and the failure got respected. We dumped down, closed the bearish, and then dumped down, broke structure, and we respected these fair value ups. So yeah, pretty good order flow, I would say, or like market structure, whatever you want to call it. And then yeah, Friday was pretty boring because I think we had French bank holiday, and you can see this barcode right here. Have fun scanning that if you'd like. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, the buy level kind of held, I would say, on Tuesday, 9 a.m. So I would say pretty good level, pretty good week, and pretty good draws. So yeah, pretty good week. Now for next week, what are we seeing? I actually have no clue. Reason being, we are in the middle, and every single time we have filled in a gap. As you can see, like can't remember what the last gap was, but there was a gap here, gap here. This gap got filled in, swept it, and then dumped. We have a big daily gap. Oh, sorry, it was here. This gap got filled in, and we just dumped. And then we have a gap here, which got filled in, and we dumped. So, is this dump a rebalance? Could be because this far were close bullish. Initial draws for me are Thursday high. If we break below, I will move this up. So if we break below Monday low on the daily, I want to sell down to this gap. Okay. Reason being, we fill in this weekly gap. We even tapped into this weekly gap. We have a big weekly fair value gap. So we've tapped the order books now. Yeah, this is a daily order book that we tapped into as high of the week. Direction there on Thursday. That's why I gave that dump down. When I tap into some sort of 4-hour fair value gap, which I can see here, but if you're looking at it like this, probably like around here, level for cells. 24651 level for cells lines up with this daily high. I agree. 650. That's perfect. Also rebalancer this week. Close enough. But you can see how we closed daily on Doji on the week. Oh, sorry, on the week. We closed Doji on the week, so that's why I'm a bit unsure. If you break out this, it's looking like sells. But if you break out this, it's looking like all-time highs. What I want to do is remove this. I want to put a sell level here for sells. For buys, it's gonna have to be simply. I want to see if he bottom ticked this. Nope. I'm leaning more towards sells, and purely for that reason, I do want to take Monday low. Now it's just me analyzing the chart, but yeah, I will do that. I want to lead towards sells this week, and if we do go above here, which we might, obviously you can just target all-time highs and then trade how we trade all-time highs. So I'll put a white line here. If we break past this high, like that's a break, we will target all-time highs. Well, as of right now, we fill in this gap. We've tapped OTE, we've tapped a daily order book. We could see sells, so like a rebalance of this huge move up. So if you just draw out this, you can see we've yet to rebalance it. So I'm leaning towards sells. Purely that is my logic. And we can also come down, fill in this gap. That's my logic, but of course we have to fill in this gap first. Or sorry, take this low first and then come lower. So yeah, I could add another sell level, but I'm not going to. Oh yeah, it would be around here, 24,750. There we go. 754, sure. I'll add two, and they both just serve the same purpose. So just price manipulate higher, and then react off of these levels, and then sell off. That is pretty much what I'm seeing. And if you break higher above this zone, so like we have like a little zone here that we accumulated from. If you like break above like this zone here, then you can target this high and then optimize. But if it isn't for that, I am bullish. Did I make this white earlier? There we go. So yeah, I am sorry, bearish. I love you up, but that's the DAX recap. Next week I want sells. Rebalance this, take out these lows, maybe tap this gap as well. Then we can start going for all-time highs. NQ's been on a mad one. We don't really care. It was a nice week nonetheless. And yeah, so that's our DAX recap. Keep it clean and simple. Here are my draws, green lines, my levels are the purple lines. Where I want sells from. Keep it clean and simple. See you next week.